Hi everyone, so I've got this masquerade Chloe who's in a frightful state, and I'm going to sort her out today. So I'm going to show you how I would do that. So first of all, I'm going to take off her accessories. She's actually still got her crown sewn to her head, but I'm going to have to snip that off because I need to do her hair. So I'm just snipping off the little stitches. I can always sew this back on her head later on, it's not a problem. I'd have to replace these yellowed breaking down elastics anyway. Let's see if I can cut this off. Because yeah, the elastics are they're doing well actually, they're not doing too bad, but they will have to be replaced eventually. But the accessories themselves are in really good condition. I love the colours of this mask. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. The crown's gorgeous as well. So yeah, two really, really good quality accessories. I'd have paid £1 for each of these, or 50p each. So the fact that she only cost me £1 is a bargain. So, right then. First of all, I'm going to sort out her dress. Now, for the dress, obviously, it's going to need a wash, but I need to repair it first. Oops, sorry. I keep nutting the screen. Right, let's just wrap you up. Okay. So the doll itself is not in too bad a condition, it's just the hair, so I'll sort that out in a minute. Right, the dress. It's like satiny ribbon material, so it's frayed a little bit. I'm just going to cut off some of these frays. And what you can do is put some like fray check on, or a little bit of glue, just to help prevent it fraying again in the future. I'm just getting rid of the fuzzy tangled bits from inside the sleeves, and having a little look at the back. So the back here is not too bad. Just cutting off any little threads and stuff that looks weird sticking out. Some sort of little thread there. So take that off before it pulls any further. So dress wise, she needs the seam repairing here. That's fine, I can do that. And I just need to do something to help the fabric stop fraying. I just cut off a piece I didn't want to cut off, but I will. So yeah, I mean this dress is salvageable, so it just needs a good clean because it's filthy. So yeah, I will sort the dress out. Come on. Some like fluff stuck in the Velcro. So already it's looking a bit better, and all I've done is trimmed off all the rough bits. I'm going to have to go around it with some sort of glue or something, just to get rid of the edges that are fraying, just to stop it going any further. But already it looks better just because I've took off the little fluffy bits that are hanging around. That's the only trouble when they make it out of this satiny like ribbon material, is they are quite delicate. So as you can see, with a bit of a wash, this will be fine. The main job is going to be sorting out her hair. So let me get rid of all the rubbish off my desk. I'm trying to keep my desk nice and clean after resurfacing it. I've resurfaced it and I've protected it with a sheet of plastic to stop me keep getting paint on the desk and having to keep resurfacing it. Right, so hair wise, I'm going to have to remove the bobbles, I think. Let me have a look. I would like to recreate her original hairstyle if I can. So it's 2 bits at the front and a bump in the middle. I should be able to recreate that. So let's get rid of these old elastics. And they usually like snap off fairly easily. I'm going to have to just encourage that one to go. Come on. Right, there we go. That was just wrapped around her hair. And then all I'm doing is gently teasing the hair apart with my fingers. So that's her 2 little front pieces. And as you can see, because they've been in the bobble, they are not too bad. It's the rest of it that's like, yikes. So let's take this elastic out. Okay, so that's the first step. And then what I tend to do first of all is just see if I can gently tease out the ends of tangles with my fingers. I'm not pulling hard or anything like that. Basically all I do is I take a section like so. That one came out really easy. And I just, if there's any tangles at the end, I try and tease them out. So like with this bit, it's like tangled around the edges and it's got some bits of fluff and things in. Eek. Don't know what that is, don't want to know. So I've got this section that I've separated, and as you can see I'm just teasing with my fingers to get the little sections to separate, and I'm not pulling hard, I'm not feeling any hair breaking or anything, I'm literally just going through my fingers and just teasing sections of hair apart, just like this. And it's actually separating really easy. I think all it is this is going to need a really good brush, and then I'm going to have to straighten the hair. What you have to do as well before you straighten the doll hair is just test a small piece. So like this feels like the hair I straightened the other day, so it should be the same material hopefully. The one way to tell is if you do a boil wash and nothing happens. Normally that means it's quite heat resistant and you can get away with straightening it. That's how I normally tell anyway. But yeah, this is I think this is probably Caneclon because it feels like naff, stringy, tangly hair. But as you can see, this section's looking a bit better already, and all I've done is run my fingers through to try and get rid of some of the tangles. There's a lot of like really frizzy pieces of hair inside in these bundles of hair, but that can normally be sorted out with straighteners. So now what I'm going to do, now I've sorted out, like sort of finger combed this section to detangle it a little bit, I'm going to use my pet brush, and this is one I bought for dolls. I don't have any pets because I'm allergic, but you can find these in the pet section of most supermarkets or pet shops, and it's just a little brush, and I use it for my dolls, and I find it's really good for getting small tangles out. It doesn't pull on the hair to the point where it would tear it. And also, when you're smoothing the hair down afterwards, it gives it quite a nice shine. It just really does add to the quality of the look of the hair afterwards. So as you can see, this section, I've just lightly detangled it with my fingers and then brushed it through. And if we get to here and we've got the really frizzies, but you know, that is not too bad. It just tangles at the end. And bear in mind, I haven't put conditioner or anything on it to go through it yet. I'm just doing, this is like what I do before I use conditioner and wash the hair. It's just like a sort of pre-treatment. So it's just me getting rid of the bigger tangles and just teasing some of them out before I start washing and trying to brush. Because once the hair's wet, I find it'll like stretch out a lot more when I try and brush it, and I'd rather just tease out the tangles with my fingers, because I can feel how hard I need to pull without breaking the hair, whereas obviously when you're brushing you tend to just snap the hairs off if you're not careful. So I like to do it this way, because I can, like, this bit's tangling there, so what I can do is just tease it a bit, and normally I can get it so it detangles at the end, so it doesn't, so it separates it a bit. I do like, I do find this quite satisfying as well when I take a doll that's like really like messed up, and where you think the hair will just be a reroot, and I do find it quite satisfying afterwards to show how it can be fixed. So at the minute it looks like I'm just making it fluffier, but it's detangled, so it's okay, because that's step one. So I'm going to carry on doing this exact same thing, where I'm just teasing little knots out with my fingers like this, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so after I've detangled her by hand, this is what she looks like. So this is the stage where I normally think, but this is the stage, it has to go through what I call the OMG stage before it can get to the nice stage. So as you can see, I've detangled like the big tangles out. So what I've done is just got it so I can run my fingers through it. It's not perfect, but if I give my fingers a little wiggle, it goes through fine. And some areas are frizzier than others. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to soak her in some hot water with some fabric softener. So let's go and do that. Okay, so what I've done is I've filled my sink with a mixture, well, quarter filled my sink with a mixture of fabric softener. I've used a capful of fabric softener and a kettleful of boiling water, and I'm just going to leave her to soak for half an hour. Once I've left her to soak for half an hour, I'm going to use my wide, ignore the broken teeth, I'm going to use my wide tooth comb to brush through the hair, or comb through the hair. So I'm going to leave it to soak for half an hour, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so what I'm having to do now is straighten her hair. She has been soaking in the fabric softener, and it's helped a little bit, but the ends are really floofy. So I'm just going to straighten the ends of her hair. It's not perfect, so I'm probably going to have to trim off the very tips. And I didn't want to straighten her hair because that will get rid of the curl, and I do like the curls that this doll comes with, but unfortunately that's all I can do for this one. So that's a section that I've started to straighten. As you can see, I might just have to take off that little end. Okay, so once you've rinsed off the fabric softener and straightened the hair, it will look something like this. It's a shame the curls are gone, but I needed to get rid of all the frizzy bits. I have trimmed off the little sort of really bad bits at the very end. So now what I need to do is put her hairstyle back in. I've put this dress on her for now because I haven't washed her outfit yet. And I've got a photo on my phone of her original outfit, so I can see there's this bit rooted to go like this. So I'm going to keep that separate for now, and then I need to section off. The way it's rooted, this front section is the bit you tie up on top. So if I just do this, can you see where how the rooted are? And this provides a nice separation between the bit that's going to be tied up on top of her head and the rest of the hair, as you can see. So I'll just go separate out this section and just make sure I've got everything. It would be better if you'd got like a rat tail comb to separate the hair out, but I haven't got one, so I'm just using my closed scissors. Okay, so that's the section that I need. I need my little tooth comb brush ideally, but I don't know what I've done with it. So I'm just going to hold the two sections here and the back bit. I'm just going to give this a little brush. And as you can see, after the fabric softener and boiling water and straightening, it looks lovely. She also smells really nice. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got any clear elastics left, so I'm going to have to use my black ones, but never mind. I'll just swap them for clear elastics when I get some more. So I'm going to tie up that front section. I'm using proper hair elastics because they last a bit longer and don't tangle in the hair as much. Obviously it would be ideal if they were clear ones. Oops, excuse me. So I've got that section up. Now these two pieces go around the back. Obviously normally when I do this I've got the doll on my lap. It's a bit hard to do this with her flat on the table, but this is so I can film it. So these two pieces go behind her ears and get tied at the back with another elastic. So yeah, that's it. That's how to take a doll with really bad hair back to looking beautiful and marvellous. And she smells lovely because she smells of fabric softener. Her hair's nice and soft. Like I said, it's just some of these very ends, so I'm going to like just trim a teeny weeny bit more off, like just like tiny little bit, just to make sure I've got all the little crispy ends off. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this dolly makeover. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.